Like if that is the egg one, it doesn't seem strikingly different. Oh. No, it's the egg one. The Stella Parks Brave Tart Classic American Yellow Cake, maybe it's just called Yellow Cake. The Yellow Cake has some very specific instructions about potato flour and cake flour. And so I want to know, does it really matter? So I'm going to do a quasi-scientific test of several variables. We're going to see what happens when you replace the cake flour with all-purpose flour. We're going to see what happens when you omit the potato flour and add an extra tablespoon of cake flour to compensate for the missing flour. And what happens if you use whole eggs instead of just egg yolks. Will it make a difference? I don't know. Let's find out. Here's the experimental setup. The 3 columns on the left are my experimental batches, and the one on the far right is my control batch, the stock Stella Parks recipe. On the far left, the flour is all-purpose flour. Next in from there, you can see there's a missing little dish that has the potato flour. And the one after that has whole eggs instead of just egg yolks. So I'm going to make 4 batches. And I'm going to do it as cupcakes because they'll be easier to test. Because this is pseudoscientific, I randomized the location of each of the batches of cupcakes, but then I got excited and forgot to take a picture after the 3rd one. So here's everything ready to go in the oven. And in the oven, there were immediate differences in the visual appearance and the consistency of the batter, and when they came out, you can also tell that they're not identical. But is there a difference in the taste? No, I was talking to my audience here. Don't be. So to recap, I've got 3 experimental cakes and a control cake. Statistically, the thing to do is called the triangle test. I've had a helpful volunteer take one of the experimental cupcakes and the control cupcake, which is the stock Stella Parks recipe, and give me 3 samples. 2 of these are from one thing and 1 is from the other. I don't know which. And the idea is you perform this triangle test over a huge sample size, and then that gives you statistically valid data once you conduct a chi-square test on it. But I didn't make that many cupcakes, so this is pseudo-scientific. Right off the bat, it just visually, cupcake number 3 is pretty different looking. So it has like a more dense crumb. It's also lighter in color. Okay, so. I couldn't really help but notice it though. Maybe I should have tasted it blind. Yeah, next time I'll taste it blind. So 3 is a lot softer. I don't know that I prefer it necessarily, but it would be easy to pick this out. Okay, I'm gonna say that I think 3 was the odd cupcake out. It was, okay. Was it an E? Okay, what was the letter on the bottom of it?
Should I tell you that now? I thought you were going to go through all
Yes, yeah. No, like now I'm comparing.
It was the C.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, so that was the control cupcake. No, I don't think it matters. No, because I'm trying to see. Nobody cares. There's no we. If it makes a difference. But these are obviously very different. So then, okay. Actually, this was the A cupcake. Okay. All-purpose flour. It does make a difference. Still a good cupcake. Okay, back for the next triangle test. Okay, I'm back for the second. No, I'm blindfold. Let's close my eyes. I'm back for the second one. I know it looks like I'm holding my hand in the wrong spot, but remember I'm on the other side of my hand, so I can't see the cupcakes. Okay, so this is cupcake number 1. It feels sweeter, but maybe I had my eyes open last time and that impacted the sweetness. I gotta get a glass of water. I feel like that one was maybe a little firmer. Hard to say though. Oh, oops. Well, that was dumb. If one was the oven out, I just ate it, so I can't see if there's a visual difference. Was one the odd cupcake out? Okay, so that one tasted a little fluffier than these ones. Was one the control cupcake? It was not. So these are the control cupcake. Was one an E? Okay, that was the potato flour one. I might have preferred that one. It was good. Okay, hold on.
Hey, quick note here.
Can I
I
get
keep
the
saying the
last-
potato flour
another
one,
piece of the
but I
potato
really
flour
mean
one?
the one without the potato flour.
I want to do a visual inspection here. Maybe it had like a. I mean, the crumb structure is maybe a little denser. Oh, I see. And it wasn't as brown. So maybe that's what I was tasting. When are you going to be A, B, and a cake? They were both good. Okay, back for the last one, which is obviously the egg one. But we'll see. Okay, this is the last test. This must then be the egg thing. I use whole eggs instead of egg yolks. The batter was way different because obviously there's all the liquid of the egg white. I didn't try to reduce the quantity of milk in the recipe to compensate for that in any way because I didn't know how to go about doing that. It's not just water, there's like protein in there, and I don't know, it seemed confusing. Plus, what if you misread the recipe and you just miss the fact that it's only egg yolks? Like, is it gonna be a disaster? So, wanted to find out. Here we go. Okay. Like if that is the egg one, it doesn't seem strikingly different. Oh. No, it's the egg one. Oh. Okay, so 1 is the control, 2 and 3 are the egg one. I don't even need to eat the third one. Oh, weird.
So it wouldn't peel off. Like I even put it into a second one because I was like, oh, maybe it was just this one.
Yeah, so look at the crumb structure. Isn't there? It looks and tastes like a kitchen sponge. So definitely read your recipes to make sure they're not calling for only egg yolks instead of entire eggs. And it does make a difference. Don't make the Stella Parks yellow cake with entire eggs and no other alterations because it's gross.